I read somewhere that mathematicians can turn a sphere inside out.
Yes, that's true.
What's the big deal? Just poke a hole in it and pull it through.
Sure, but the point is to do it without making a hole.
But then it seems impossible.
You're right. You cannot do it with an ordinary sphere, like a basketball.
You have to understand the rules of the game. This sphere is made of an abstract elastic material that can stretch and bend and pass through itself. But you cannot rip or puncture this material without destroying it. And you cannot crease it or bend it sharply.
If the surface can pass through itself, what's the problem?
Do you think allowing self-intersections makes it easy? Try it.
I'll push the two halves right through each other.
Be careful. What about that ring around the equator? Remember, you mustn't tear or crease it.
Let me try again.
That's no good either. You're pinching it infinitely tight.
But then there's no way. It's impossible. You'd have to crease or pinch it to turn it inside out.
It is surprising, but watch this.
Is this it? Is this a sphere turning inside out?
You bet. That wasn't easy to follow, was it? To figure out what's going on, let's look at something simpler. A circle. We'll build a vertical wall along the circle so that we can color the two sides differently. Can you gradually turn this circle into this other circle, where the purple and gold sides are reversed without creating sharp corners?
Of course. I can turn a rubber band inside out.
Remember, we're really trying to turn the circle inside out. We only built the wall so we could see the different sides.
Oh, yes. The wall has to stay vertical, and it can't have creases, but it can pass through itself. Fine. Let me try.
Watch out. That was a sharp bend. If we could make sharp bends in a material, we'd be able to turn any curve into any other by moving each point of the initial curve in a straight line toward a target point in the final curve.
But I can avoid corners altogether by making a loop smaller and smaller.
That's an interesting idea, but pulling a loop tight is not really a gradual change. It's like having a corner in disguise, so it's against the rules.
Well, if you can't have corners, and you can't pull loops tight, I think it's impossible to turn the circle inside out.
Yes, you're right.
Wait a minute. Am I supposed to believe that you can turn a sphere inside out, but not a circle?
Yes. There is something fundamental about curves that would have to change if you were to turn a circle inside out, and that something cannot change under our allowed motions.
And what's that?
I'll explain. Imagine a monorail atop the wall. Now the rule about monorail traffic is that the car only travels forward, and it always keeps the purple wall on its right. We'll use a diagram to monitor the car's direction. On this track, the car is always turning left. As it goes around the circle once, it makes one full turn toward the left. On a more complicated track, the car might sometimes be turning left, and sometimes right. But the net amount of turning after one complete circuit is always some number of full turns in one direction or the other. The number of full turns it makes toward the left is called the curve's turning number. For a curve where there is more turning toward the right than toward the left, the turning number is negative.
Hey, and if there's no net turning, the turning number is 0.
Right.
I have a hard time following the net turning for this winding track.
That's natural, but there's another way to get the right answer. Find the spots where you're traveling in a particular direction, like due east.
Let's see. Since we're looking from the south, that would be wherever the monorail is going toward our right, where we see the purple wall face on.
Exactly. At some of these points, the track is curving away from us. Viewed from here, it looks like a smile. At these places, the car would be turning left. At others, the track looks like a frown, curving toward us. At these points, the car would be turning right. The net number of full turns increases when the car passes a smile, and decreases when it passes a frown. Starting at 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, and we finish with 3. The turning number is the number of smiles minus the number of frowns.
I see. The turning number measures happiness.
If you insist. Now the nice thing about the turning number is that it remains the same when the curve changes according to our rules. Frowns and smiles can appear or disappear, but only in curves that balance out. The number of smiles minus the number of frowns never changes.
So a curve can only turn into another curve with the same turning number.
Right. The turning number is the fundamental property I mentioned before. Now what's the turning number for the two circles?
This one has one smile and no frowns, so the turning number is 1. And if the goal is outside, one frown and no smiles, -1. It makes sense. On one curve, you're turning left all the time. On the other, it's the opposite.
Good. So the reason you cannot turn a circle inside out
Is that that would change the turning number.
But wait,
Doesn't the same argument prove that you can't turn a sphere inside out? This sphere has a three-dimensional smile, and this one has a three-dimensional frown. So I have the turning numbers.
not quite. The analogy is that if you make it complete, we must look at a general surface to consider all the points where there's horizontal angles on top. There are horizontal sides to make each point easier to locate. Smiles are like walls, cutting up. Frowns are like domes, cutting down. But there are other points where the surface is horizontal, and there are more domes. There are saddles that look like smiles from one direction, and frowns from another. Near a lower down, the horizontal stripes form rings. Near a saddle, they form laps.
But how's that change anything? Spheres don't have saddles.
But the point of the card is to check its right. The normal side can turn together and turn to right. Likewise, the normal side can turn to right. The normal domes, like the charges at the same time, normally don't touch near each other. The unchanging number for surfaces on equals. All domes and walls look like clouds. This number is 1 for the same amount which faces up.
Okay, I want to break the turning numbers in parentheses for turning inside out instead of a circle, but that doesn't mean you can actually do it.
Look at that. I'm not practicing. This one can be expressed in a thing, not just the sum. It's expressed in the for answers here, and after the right to go. Look at that, I'm not happy this way. Look at that, I'm not happy this way. Also, the question is also right. Let's go back to the circle. We know that the circle can only change the turning number 1. Of course. Now, can you set the turning number right? Now, can you change the turning number 1? Side different?
Let's see. If I get both of these curves in a circle. There.
We'll try different.
I will do this loop first, and push this both back. Here. There we go.